of all, you have to realize the names they found. Let's just presume for sake of argument, it really is a first century tomb they found near Jerusalem. Okay. The names they found kind of graffitied on the side of these ossuaries. Yeshua, Jesus. Joseph. Miriam or Miriamne, Mary. I think there's Mara, which might be short for Martha. There's also Judah, son of Jesus. Well, all these names, Jesus, Joseph, Mary, Judah, are among the commonest names in first century Palestine. Let's say in 2,000 years, an archaeologist is sort of rummaging around the Washington area, and he finds a gravestone marked Kennedy and says, this must be John F. Kennedy's grave. Well, that's kind of a similar move, given the commonness of these names. And no further designation. There's nothing saying Jesus from Nazareth, nothing about Mary of Magdala. So the names are so vague and so common that to make the automatic connection to Jesus and his family, well, it seems crazy. Also, you have two Marys. Well, first of all, very common name. Who are they? Well, one's his mother and one's his wife. Evidence, zero. There's Judah, son of Jesus. Well, there's no record anywhere in our knowledge of Jesus having a son. Naturally, this must be his hidden, lost son. You see, we're basing now speculation upon wild imagination based upon the flimsiest evidence. That's what you have here. Presented as something true and staggering and interruptive of Christianity. Come on. So how much of it really is serious scholarship? Well, the serious scholars I look at in regard to the Jesus tomb, they all reject it. Serious archaeologists would say just what I said a few minutes ago. It's based on the wildest kind of speculation. But TV people, get on Larry King's show, get on CNN, why not? So I think you have to distinguish between serious scholarship, which would be on the side of rejecting it, and this more popular, money-driven approach. Christianity, from the beginning, has been a threat. It always has been. It was persecuted from the beginning. And I think in the high culture and the popular culture, it's perceived by many people as a threat to a lot of our basic assumptions, a lot of our cultural prejudices, and even just the claim that Jesus Christ is Lord, that's a threat. And when Paul said, Jesus Kyrios, Jesus is Lord, he knew it was a threat. Because in his time, Kaiser Kyrios, Caesar was the Lord. So when you say Jesus Christ must be the center of your life, that's a demanding claim. So undermine him if you can. Say either he didn't exist, or he's not what the gospel said, or he didn't rise from the dead. If you do that, you don't have to deal with him. But if he is who he says he was, if he really did rise from the dead, well then you have to deal with him. And he must become the Lord of your life. So in that sense, I would say yes, Christianity has always been threatening to people. Western society is a Christian society. Its assumptions, its basic ideas, its art, its architecture are largely formed, by the church and around the church. There are movements within modernity to reject Christianity, but even there, you're defining yourself over and against. You're saying, I'm departing from these ideas, and to that extent, you're still shaped and controlled by them. The atheist, just by by definition, is someone who's shaped by the idea of God, whose whole life is centered around the idea of God. So those who are opposed to Jesus are, in some implicit way, acknowledging him. That's why, in a funny way, all of this is a backhanded compliment. It's still a way of saying, this is the great countercultural claim. Christianity is still the great alternative, and so those who are uneasy have to attack it. And so in its own way, it's a backhanded compliment.